Hey everybody, Bungzy here with another ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. Today we're taking a look at Bedrock Sandals' just released Cairn 3D Pro Adventure Sandals. I'll be giving you a closer look as well as some feedback on how this new model compares to their older Cairn Pro Adventure Sandals, as well as how they compare to Chaco's sandals. So let's jump in. We'll start with the numbers. The Cairn Pro Adventure Sandals, which were released a year or so ago and feature a tacky outsole, weigh 16.28 ounces per pair on my scale, and that's in a size 10. The new Cairn Adventure 3D Pro weigh 19.6 ounces per pair. The key difference here is obviously the thickness of the footbed. The new shoe and the old shoe. You can obviously see the difference there. And the Chacos, well, honestly, I'm not sure which model these are. I find that Chacos fit small and narrow compared to the Bedrocks due to, in my opinion, their overly aggressive contouring, in my opinion. Again, just an opinion. So in a comparable size 9 wide, a pair weighs 29.76 ounces, and that's a whopping 10.16 ounce difference. And for the newbies, it is widely accepted and somewhat scientifically validated that 1 pound on your feet is equivalent to 5 pounds in your pack. So wearing a Chaco instead of the Cairn 3D Pros is like carrying an extra 3-pound weight in your pack. While I've always been a fan of Chacos, I've come to swear allegiance to Bedrock. The weight is very much part of it, but the fit and feel is the key difference. So let's put the Chacos aside and focus on the Bedrocks. Let's just quickly compare this to a trail runner. Most would assume that sandals are substantially lighter than trail runners. As an example, I wear Ultra Timps, which are probably average to light in weight. A pair weighs 21 ounces, so if weight savings is your primary objective in considering sandals over shoes, then you're going to be disappointed. Getting back to the sandals, let's talk fit. Bedrocks are zero drop sandals. The heel and the toe are on the same plane. Chacos are far from it, as you can see. The thickness of the heel is much thicker than the toe. Therefore, like Ultra shoes, Bedrocks give you the biomechanics of barefoot walking. Generally speaking, they fit great and don't rub anywhere, at least not on my feet. They also adjust easily, so you can secure the heel strap to maintain your heel where you want it, and then you just leave it there. Once dialed in, there is no reason to adjust the heel ever again. And then you just simply tighten the top strap, which is over here, accordingly. What I would say is that if you're just milling around, you loosen it a bit, and if you are on the move, you tighten it up just a bit. You do not need to ratchet it down. Just a little tug works just fine, and I find that it doesn't slip. It's something about the combination of their webbing, their buckle, and the angle at which the webbing goes in and comes out of the buckle that keeps it more secure than other sandals. Now, the added thickness in this new sandal over their old one, it's just magical. It's a little bit squishier. It just feels completely different. The old Pros are comfortable, but the added thickness of the new 3D Pros take it to a whole other level. All I can say is it's night and day. As for the tacky tread, it works. It's the same on both. No BS. I love this tread because I can wear these sandals fly fishing in warmer temps, and the grip is great. It's real. It works. And it can't hurt on the trail. As for the two models, there are some subtle changes in the toe and heel edges. I can only assume, on the tread we're talking about, there we go. I can only assume they made these changes to help with grip and or durability in high contact areas. So kudos to Bedrock for always improving. Now, the new sandals just shipped, and I ordered them the morning they went live and wore them an entire weekend out. Wore them on hikes, on the lake, around camp, bike riding. They were great. Again, I couldn't get over how much added comfort was gained with the upgraded, thicker footbed. Besides a thicker sole, there are a couple other slight changes. For starters, they managed to engineer the new design without a toe bar. New one, old one, you can see the toe bar right there. That could only help with durability. More significantly, they've added contouring, hence the 3D name, to the footbed to give your foot more grip and stability. You can see it in the edges and around the toe anchor. It's super subtle. It's not a lot. You don't really feel it, which after wearing it for a few days, you actually grow to appreciate that fact. There's nothing digging into your foot, frankly, like the Chacos. They don't go overboard with their 3D curvature. Other than that, there's no other noticeable departures from their previous model. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As for use cases, this is a tough one. First off, no one needs an excuse to buy and wear sandals. But as it relates to backpacking in particular, that's a little more complicated. There are backpackers, even long-distance backpackers, who hike exclusively in sandals. Frankly, I'm chicken. I'm just not there yet. I had one bad experience where I tore open a toe on a rock when on a hike. I guess you just need to be more aware of your steps and rocky sections when wearing sandals. And on rocky trails that have a lot of climbing, you may want to think twice. The only other downside I would point out is that when in water, you can get a pebble wedged between your foot and the footbed. They just don't come out, and you actually need to loosen the sandal and remove it. That all being said, I don't hesitate wearing sandals on day hikes, and who knows, maybe I'll backpack in them in the future. I would say, though, that I find no-rise sandals like Bedrocks to be far more stable than shoes, thereby minimizing any chances of twisting an ankle, which is a fear of mine. So that is a consideration. They also obviously let your feet breathe much better, which greatly minimizes the chance of blisters. No more wet shoes or wet socks either, and that's pretty awesome. If I were to ever carry water shoes or camp shoes, which I don't, these would be the ones for sure. And as I mentioned earlier, they're awesome for fishing in warmer temps. Before we wrap up, just a quick note on fit. Bedrocks are very true to size. Never size down with Bedrocks. They don't have half sizes, so if your true size is in between, then size up. Well, that's all the time I need. I hope I gave you something to think about. Subscribe to my channel by clicking the Bungzy logo, and I'll catch you on my next ultralight review on ultralight backpacking.